Hello, welcome back to my world of stuff. My name is Paul Mann. A different video today. I'm doing a couple of videos today, but this one I decided to do because I think it might be time to do something like this. I've noticed a few people on YouTube. I don't like the expression YouTubers. I've seen a couple of people on YouTube who, when they built up a fairly significant amount of subscribers, quite frankly, a more significant number than I have, will sort of throw themselves on the mercy of their viewers and do a little Q&A session. Now, some people do live streams where they interact with people who send messages, and that's not the sort of thing that I really thought about getting into, mainly because I don't have enough subscribers as yet. At the time of recording this, actually things are going quite well. I'm just about to reach 2,600 subscribers, thanks to the Doctor Who What Went Wrong video, which went up the end of last week, which has done very well. Thank you to everybody who watched that video. And in fact, that's the video that inspired me to do what I'm going to suggest that I'm going to do in this video, because I was so pleased with the response to that video, not just in terms of the number of people who watched and the new subscribers who came on board, but also the quality of many of the responses that I had to the video. Now, when I put the video up, I did say, please don't post go woke, go broke, or any of that sort of stuff, because I'm not interested in stuff like that. I like sort of constructive comments and constructive opinions. I did get one go woke, go broke. Amusingly, woke was spelled W-H-O-K-E. I deleted that. I think it actually came back on again, so I deleted it again. But a lot of the comments were very constructive, very sensible, very sympathetic to the view that I put about the reasons that I had identified for Doctor Who falling out of the public conversation as far as popular TV shows are concerned. A lot of really interesting, constructive, sensible comments, mercifully free of all the crap that you get on many other channels, particularly when Doctor Who comes up, because, as I've said again and again, it's a contentious issue at the moment, and everybody has different views about what they want Doctor Who to be. Everybody has different views about what they think it is at the moment, and I'm glad that this channel has matured in such a way that the comments are sensible and respectful and intelligent and thoughtful. So because of that, I thought what I would do is throw myself open to you. Not in a disemboweling sort of way, that would be horrible, but I thought I would do a Q&A session. Now, a few people have done this, and it seems quite interesting, because I do these videos, and I record these videos, and put them up, and you know what I like in terms of TV, you know the things that I buy, the things I talk about, the retro feel for the channel, but you don't know much about me. Now, you don't need to know anything about me. My ego isn't so huge that I have to impose my personality on everybody. But I think probably most of you know that I'm in Wales, I'm of a certain age, and I like old TV and new TV and films and so on. But you don't know much about me, my favourite things, what I like to do, any of that sort of stuff. So what I thought I would do, quite guardedly I suppose, is do a little Q&A session, which I'll record next weekend. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, on this particular video, invite you to leave your questions in the comments section. Now, by questions, I don't mean anything incredibly personal, not that I've got anything to hide, but anything about this channel, how it came about, anything to do with things I've done in my life, because I've dabbled in lots of things in my life. And I now do a YouTube channel. I've written for most of my life. As many of you know, I've written for Starburst magazine for a very long time. I was a mobile disc jockey for 25 years. I dabbled in doing extra work for film and television, which sort of drifted into a little bit of acting here and there. I was a lawyer for a very long time. I was an external examiner for Cardiff University. I've done lots of things. And most of that you may not know about. Why would you? I haven't spoken about very much on this channel, because it's a channel about films and television. But if you've got any burning questions, not just about me as a person and what I do and what I've done, but about my favourite things. I've spoken about lots of TV shows, but you may have questions about favourite episodes, favourite films, favourite holidays, anything at all that you'd like to ask me. And I'm very conscious that these things do come across a bit sort of, I'm the big I am. But I'm really not. I'm not big on cult of personality and cult of celebrity, and certainly not on YouTube. I'm very guarded about the idea of people becoming influencers, and I'm a little bit edgy about people who make a living on YouTube. I certainly don't make a living on YouTube. I haven't got enough subscribers for that. But if you want to know about stuff like that, monetization and how it works for me and so on. I'm happy to talk about it. But when I hear people on YouTube who've given up their jobs to make YouTube videos, I suppose I'm a bit old-fashioned in that when I think of people working, I think of a job as something which is part of a communal thing. Work to improve people's standard of life in their community, whether they work in an office or a bank or a shop, in the hospitality sector. It's part of the great wheel of social interaction that keeps the economy moving. And I appreciate that people make money on YouTube and they pump it back into the economy, but YouTubers seem to be outside the ethos of the workplace. And again, I appreciate that the workplace has changed very much these days. People working from home, people running their own businesses. I spent most of my working life in an office-based environment, and that's, I suppose, what I think of as the workplace, but it is very different these days. But I'm drifting. So basically, if you want to ask me any question about anything at all, whether it's related to the channel or whatever I feel I can tell you about myself, then please leave a comment in the section down below. As I said, it's a broad church. You can ask me anything within reason. Don't get too inappropriate, obviously. But if there's things you want to know about the things I like and the things that I do, the films I watch, how I watch them, collections, anything like that, I'm happy to chat about it here. So I'm going to leave this up to you. If you do have a question, leave it in the comments down below. I will keep this open until 6 p.m. on Saturday night. I'll probably close off the comment section then. And if there are a significant number of questions, I will gather up the best of them, maybe all of them this time, and answer them on a video that I will record on Sunday morning and put up around Sunday lunchtime, Sunday early afternoon. So there we are. That's me, an open book for you to ask anything of or from. So have a little think if there's anything you've ever thought. I wonder what he thinks about this, or I wonder what he thinks about that, what his favourite this is, what his favourite that is. Now's your chance to find out if you really give a damn. So it's just a way for me to engage with you a bit more, I think, because as I say, I appreciate the general standard of the responses I get on videos, particularly when it comes to Doctor Who, which can be so incendiary. But it's nice that it's not like that here. And I think that now that I'm heading towards 3,000 subscribers, which is my goal, I think, really, to get to 3,000 subscribers, I like to think that it's a really nice, respectful, well-behaved community that we've got here. So it's time for me to say, ask me whatever you like, and I will be as honest as I can with you. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then you need to like and subscribe to the channel, especially the new subscribers who've come on board recently. I do hope you'll stick around. I do hope you'll take a look at the back catalogue, because there's must be near 600 videos on this channel now, looking at films and TV and retro stuff. It's apparently something that will interest you. You can do that by clicking that button there, or you can click on this QR code, scan it with your phone, and you will automatically be subscribed. It's fantastic. It's so easy. And of course, subscribing to your YouTube channel is not like subscribing to Netflix or Amazon, anything like that, because it's completely free. Fantastic. You don't get much free in life. Apparently, even Freddo bars cost £1 these days. They used to be 10p when I was, well, younger than I am now. Anyway, what a world. Right, I'll see you soon. Until I do, keep taking the stuff.